Hauling 45 pounds of urethane and reactive resin from your trunk to the lanes takes a physical toll before you even lace up your shoes. Bowling marketing heavily pushes the classic three-ball setup as the absolute baseline for a serious player. But when we look at live community data from BowlSense, tracking 38 real bowlers and over 100 saved balls, actual player behavior tells a different story. This chart shows the bimodal split in bowlers' backs. 13 one-ballers anchor one end, against 16 carrying 3 or more. The average sits at 2.74 balls. At the far end, players log full tournament arsenals, maxing out at 7 distinct balls. This spread presents a clear decision for the average player. Do you actually need a multi-ball arsenal to stay competitive, or is the standard 3-ball setup an unnecessary baseline for your weekly league? Purchasing a single high-end reactive bowling ball, getting it mapped, and having it professionally drilled requires a high upfront financial input. Multiply that by 3, 4, or 5, and you introduce an escalating physical toll. You have to transport, clean, and resurface that equipment week after week for standard league nights. The intended payoff for that effort is mechanical adaptation. As the lane oil pattern breaks down over 3 games, you have the exact tool needed to maintain your angle to the pocket. But having options creates a new problem. When you are looking down at the return rack late in a tight match, trying to choose between 3 similar balls, you risk analysis paralysis. You start questioning your equipment instead of executing your shot. Expanding your arsenal shifts your competitive strategy. You buy mechanical advantages, but pay with new logistical hurdles and heavier mental burdens. The 13 symbol ball players in our dataset are making a deliberate choice. We call this the minimalist setup. To make this work, you must commit entirely to a single, highly versatile benchmark ball, something predictable that reads the mid-lane smoothly. Looking at the community saves, the Storm Phase 2 completely dominates this role, racking up 11 saves for its proven reliability. By throwing the exact same weight and grip every single frame, you achieve deep familiarity with the equipment. This builds highly repeatable physical mechanics. Keeping your bag restricted to 1 or 2 balls is undeniably cheaper, and your shoulders will thank you when you're walking from the parking lot. The trade-off surfaces when you bowl longer blocks and the lane conditions degrade. This schematic shows the problem. As lane oil depletes, your single benchmark ball hooks early, drifting off target. Because you lack a weaker ball, you physically compensate, moving your feet far left and drastically opening your launch angle to find remaining oil. Forcing extreme changes to your stance and your wrist position naturally lowers your overall consistency. You are working against your own body mechanics. The minimalist bag offers raw simplicity, but it forces you to adapt to the lanes entirely through your own physical skill, rather than relying on your gear. Now we look at the 16 community members carrying 3 or more balls, scaling all the way to those massive 7-ball setups. Building a bag this deep means purchasing highly specialized core and cover stock combinations, each designed to handle very specific oil volumes and friction levels. Each addition to the bag provides a distinct, non-overlapping shape designed to counter unpredictable lane transitions. This pie chart shows brand dominance. Storm leads with 49 saves. Their asymmetrical equipment anchors deep bags, led by the Bionic with 12 saves and the Ion Max. To prevent overlap, bowlers use the Hammer Black Widow Mania for sharper down lane shapes. The main outcome of this setup is total mechanical coverage. Whatever lane transitions throw at you, you have physical equipment specifically designed to solve it. Because the ball does the work, you don't have to drastically alter your release or move your feet 30 boards to the left. This preserves your physical stamina during long multi-game tournament blocks. The cost is obvious. Maintaining 7 reactive balls requires constant cleaning and regular resurfacing and massive financial investment. Strategically, having 7 distinct ball reactions at your disposal makes it incredibly easy to second-guess yourself and throw the wrong shape at the worst possible time. A deep tournament bag buys you the ultimate adaptability and protects your energy levels, but it charges a steep tax in financial overhead and mental load. The choice between carrying 1 ball or 7 should be dictated entirely by the environment you bowl in, not by your budget or what the pros are throwing on television. Looking at this decision tree, start by evaluating your primary environment. You must categorize your weekly playstyle. If your week consists of standard league nights on predictable house shots, your path leads directly to the minimalist bag. If you are a traveling bowler facing difficult, changing sport shots across multiple different bowling centers, your environment requires the competitive bag. If you fall on the minimalist path, resist the marketing pressure to buy more gear. Put your energy into mastering a single, reliable release. Find a proven symmetrical benchmark ball, like the Phase 2, and trust it to handle weekly leagues. If you are aiming for the competitive path, you must accept that 3 or more balls are mandatory. You cannot survive the unpredictability of sport shots without specialized equipment. You will need strong, high-performance asymmetrical options, like the Storm Bionic or the Black Widow Mania, to cut through heavy oil. Use community wishlist data to guide your purchases. With roughly 9% of saved balls currently sitting on wishlists, you can see what shapes tournament players are eyeing to fill the specific gaps in their deep bags without duplicating what they already own. The perfect arsenal is entirely contextual. It is defined by carrying the exact tools necessary to match the complexity of the lanes you actually play on.